This is the sensor source, and this is the application in the phone. When I open this app, the app reminds me to sign in or sign up. I don't have an account of this map, so I click the sign up button. Then the page shows like this. This page, the app asks me to fill in all my personal detail information. After that, I click the I agree the terms of service and the policy statement. Then I click the save button. The page turns to this one. Here is a map, and here shows the information about the patient's location. The SOC doesn't connect to this application, so there's no information here. Then I click account button. Then the page turns to this one. This one is to remind me to do some collection and for different sightings. Firstly, I have to do the connection. I click the connection button and the page shows like this. This page to ask me fill in the CDK and the confirmation code. These two codes can be found on the sensor source. And then after filling this up, I click the save button. Then the page turns back to my account page like this. After that, I can do some different settings. The first one I have to do is the location settings. I click the location setting button and the page turns to this one. This one is the setting to ask me to fill in these two numbers, the duration and the distance. I fill in 3 minutes and 200 meters and then click the save. Then the page turns back to my account page. After that, I click health setting button. After that, the page shows like this to let me set the heart rate, temperature, and blood pressure. I set the heart rate first. I set heart rate from 60 to 100 and then click set. Then the page turns back to health setting. And as we can see here is the number what I set before. After that, I click temperature setting. The page shows like this. I set the temperature from 36 to 37.2, then click set button. The last step is to set the blood pressure. I click the blood pressure button. Then the page turns to here. I set 60 to 140, then click set. After finishing health setting, I click back button. And then page turns to my account. After that, I click location button. Then the page shows like this. Here's the map and here is the information. The map, look at here, is the location of the phone, this phone. And here is the location of the patient. The information here shows the location of the patient and his distance to the phone and his status, whether he is moving or standing. After I know the location of the patient, I have to know the health status of the patient. I click the health button. Then the page shows like this. This page gives us the information about the current health status of the patient. In the location setting, I set the distance as 200 meters. Now, the patient goes to here and the distance is 310 meters. It's beyond the distance I set, so the device gives the caregivers a sign to remind them that the patient is beyond the distance they set. In former step, I set the healthy heart rate is from 60 to 100, and now the patient's heart rate is 140. It is not safe, and the device gives the caregiver some signal to indicate that they have some trouble in their health, and the heart rate is become red here.